Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 70, big ol' 70, of our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. In the last episode, we began setting things in motion to gain access to the legendaries in the region known as the Regi Trio, or the Regi Brothers, I like to call them. Regi Ice, Regi Rock, and Regi Steel. I think I said them out of order. Is it Regi Rock, Regi Ice, Regi Steel? I think. Anyway, we have now opened up the access to each of their locations. We did do the whole thing of Wailord, Relicanth, go underwater, go up a certain spot, dig here. You saw all that. I just want to say that was a really cool actually, I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through the episode, because there's going to be a lot of things that we want to take care of to get things ready to deal with these encounters. One of the things I want to do, like I was trying to think, how can I make this capture? So, because they're all going to be pretty tough to deal with, I thought, well, I do have Marowak in the PC with False Swipe. You know, both Regirock and Registeel resist it, but if we can lower their defense to like -6, go with, you know, whatever, like Tail Whips or anything like that, I can basically get some good damage off with False Swipe. And then I remembered, you know what? Wait a minute, no. They know Curse, I'm pretty sure. So they're going to be able to boost their defense almost every turn. Well, every turn if they keep going for Curse. And then I also remembered, no, wait, I'm pretty sure they all have Clear Body ability as well, which means we can't lower their stats. So I have to think of something else. Let me just see who I have in the PC, because I might be switching the team up for this. I might not, all things considered. Let me just think here. I do have Sleep Powder on Sprout, so he can put things to sleep. In fact, let's just go to the team right now. Actually, got to switch some things around. We got Sprout back in place of... Let's put the Relicanth Raider in, and Fluffy's going to swap out for Morgan the Wailord. We'll put them in the PC here. So, whoops. So who are we working with here? Wait. Yes, continue. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. So, Sprout, he does have Sleep Powder. I'll do the full team recap after this, but we can... He doesn't have Sleep Powder. Alright, forget that. Who can we use to put things to sleep? Now, of course, I'm pretty sure all the Regis have Rest as well. We might just have to let them put themselves to sleep and then weaken them with one of our attacks. I don't remember what the levels are, though, so what I'm going to do is probably lead with our defensive most Pokemon. Let's try that again. Our most defensive Pokemon, put Sheldon in the front, and he can at least try to go for some, like, Ice Punches. So, this is possibly going to be the worst encounters ever. If you didn't, or if you missed tomorrow's episode of Pokemon Moon, then you'll see how wrong I might be, because that was quite an ordeal. I just recorded that particular episode just before this one. But let's make sure we're stocked up on Pokeballs. Let's go get some regular Pokeballs. Now, of course, as you'll see in tomorrow's episode, not to spoil it, but my natural stubbornness to use nothing but regular Pokeballs sometimes isn't the best thing in life, but it is how I am, so I gotta stock up on regular Pokeballs. I'm not gonna use Ultras or Great Balls or anything of the sort. Let's go back to... You sell them here in Oldale Town. Who should we go after first? I guess we'll go in Pokedex order, and I'm pretty sure Regi Rock is the first one. I don't want the PC, I want to get the items, go to the Pokemon Mart. Yeah, so I think it's Regi Rock, Regi Ice, and Regi Steel, so I'm gonna go in that order. But let's make sure we have a decent amount of Pokeballs. Like, sometimes I will use Premier Balls. Let's get another 20, let's get another 30, because it's going to take quite a few Pokeballs to make this capture, I'm sure. Now, if need be, Pikachu... Well, hang on a minute, no. I thought of the idea that I had. Alright, we're going to switch the team up a little bit. Let me think, who is the least useful? I shouldn't say least useful, but who's the Pokemon least likely to be used against these things? I'm going to say probably... I was going to say Blaze, but he's our transportation. We can't put Blaze away. I think maybe Sprout. There's not much he's going to be able to do. Like, we could Leech Seed things, but I don't think it's going to help. We're going to put Sprout away. I'm going to get another Pokemon, and that is going to be Pinky, our Slowbro, for a very important reason. And I'll explain that once we use a TM on him. I think I have space to put this move on him that I want. Where is the TM for? I think it's 48. Skill Swap. Wait, no, this isn't what I was going to do. Darn it! I remember what I was going to do. Alright, Pinky's going back in. No layout change. See, my idea was, if I hadn't lost a certain Pokemon in the Elite Four, this idea would have worked perfectly. Unfortunately, that is not the case. What I was going to do is teach the Brain our Hypno skill swap, and swap Insomnia onto the Regis, because then they could not use Rest to fall asleep and heal back. But He is injured. I don't want to use him, even though it's post-game right now, I don't want to use him because he's been injured and he needs time to rest. You know, this isn't like Gen 7 where they can heal back immediately at level 100. This is Gen 7, or sorry, this is Gen 3, and they still need time to recuperate. So we're going to have to do this a basic standard, what do you call, by the book, I guess? Just a classic kind of a capture of legendaries. But let's do the team recap now. So our lead is going to be Sheldon, our level 55 Blastoise with Torrent ability. Calm Nature, which is a boost to special defense on dropping attack. And I remember, okay, I have used an online sort of a calculator thing to see what the stats are like and what the IVs might be. I'm pretty sure... Oh, even just talking to the potential judge in the future generations, Sheldon has 0 IVs in attack. It's pretty bad, but I mean, he's not going to be an offensive attacker anyway, physically. Especially, still not so much, but at least it's not as bad as physical. But anyway... He's holding the Shell Bell to heal back some HP, and obviously his defenses are the best stats. He has Surf, Ice Punch, Skull Bash, and Bide. Next, we've got our starter, actually the father of Sheldon, Shelbert, the Squirtle, at level 54, our starter from Gen 1 back in Kanto, Pallet Town, of course. Torrent ability also, Quirky Nature, which is neutral, holding the Mystic Water, defense is his best stat, and Surf, Ice Beam, Dig, and Dive. Dig and Dive, I like that. Next, we got Pikachu at level 54, all the way from Viridian Forest in the Kanto region. Static ability, paralyzing foes on contact with a Bashful Nature, which I'm pretty sure is also neutral. Holding the Magnet to power up electric moves. Speed is the best set at 116, and Thunderbolt, Body Slam, Thunder Wave, and Flash. Next, we've got Blaze the Charizard, level 55, with the Blaze ability, just like his name says, and Quirky as well, just like Shelbert, so neutral nature. Special attack is his best at 145, holding Charcoal, Fire Punch, Dragon Breath, Fly, and Slash. Next, we have Fluffy the Clefable, a level 56, cute charm ability, infatuating foes on contact, sassy nature, which, if I remember from the last time I looked it up, special defense up, attack down, I think? Anyway, Never Melt Ice to power up ice attacks, and special defense is the best stat at 134, Double Edge, Ice Punch, Moonlight, Metronome, and last but not least, Sprout, our level 54 Venusaur, Overgrow ability, boosting grass moves at low HP, Relax Nature, which is defense up and attack down, I think. Miracle Seed is the item to power up grass attacks. Special defense, we got a lot of special defensive Pokemon, 136, and Ingrain, Giga Drain, Synthesis, Toxic, and Leech Seed. Alright, with that out of the way, let's now head to Regi Rock, which I believe is in the desert. So we're going to head up here to Lava Ridge Town, and bike our way onto the desert. We can finally see what all these Ruin Maniacs were looking for. Now, I remember there's a Ruin Maniac here in the desert, and there's one near where Regi Steel is going to appear. I think there's one near Regi Rock as well, so these guys know where they're looking. They just did not gain access to the cavern where you have to use the whale orb and such. Be a shiny. We haven't seen a shiny in any playthrough yet. Well, technically, I've shown some in Pokemon Moon that I've caught off-screen, but we haven't seen an on-screen encounter/capture of a shiny Pokemon. So, if you guys are going to slow me down towards getting to Regi Rock, the least you can do is shine for us. Never mind. Alright, so, if you remember before we came here, the last time we were here, this was a solid piece of rock. Now, we can pop on in. What do we find inside? Oh, wait, more Braille? Alright, hang on. Oh, I remember. We gotta move to a certain spot and use a special attack. Alright, hang on. Okay, Google. Braille alphabet.
Here are some matching pictures.
Thank you very much. Alright. This looks like it's the proper alphabet. Alright, so... R... That's right. I think. R-I... G... Yeah, that's right. So that's the same thing twice. Right. Okay, hang on. Bear with me here. D-O-W-N, so right, is that down, actually? Hang on. Okay, right, down. D-O-W-N. Alright, so right, down. What is that letter? T. Is that H? Yeah, T-H. E-N. Oh, so those are commas, aren't they? Yes, okay, so the last character is the single dot in the middle left is a comma. So, right, down, then use. What is that? S. Strength, I think it is. ST... Yes. No. Wait. STR... That is... Okay, that is strength. Okay, so right down, then use strength. I don't think we have strength on the team right now. I could teach it temporarily to somebody, though. Who can we teach strength to? Huh. Well, I'm pretty sure we can get Skull Bash back. So I'm going to teach Sheldon strength. So right down, then use strength. Where is our HMs? There we go. So I was going to say, and this kind of leads into it, I like how, in this generation, this felt like you had, like, in a way, it's kind of weird, because it's like, they're using Braille as if it's like an ancient code that no one knows anymore. It's kind of a, you know, slap in the face of people that are hard of seeing, because, you know, they use it every day. But, anyway, it's like, they could have... Okay, what would have been cool? I really like this kind of thing where it shows a code. You have to use a certain deciphering and read this code from, in this term, you know, ancient times. What I would like to see is if they do something like this again, you go with, maybe you find a certain location and it gives you the whole alphabet in code and you have to, like, write it down, or technically nowadays it would probably just say in-game you get a translation device. But I would like something like this to come back where you actually have to use something outside the game, like write down the code and then find these hidden code things in other areas and go and, like, you know, find these relics and these ruins and find your way into these secret areas, because I really like stuff like that. It's like you're exploring and you're really, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's so much more to it. I mentioned, I think before, there was a game on the NES called Star Tropics, and we'll get to you in a second, Regi Rock, hang on, but there's a game called Star Tropics, and in the original case that you get, the box, there was a letter from your in-game uncle, Dr. J, and he tells you about come to the island and blah blah blah. And at one point in the game, the robot on the submarine that you're piloting says, dip the letter in water and find the code. And you're like, if you're playing the game, you're like, what are you talking about? You actually have to take that piece of paper that came in the case, put it in water in real life, and there's invisible ink, and a secret code shows up on that letter. That makes you feel so much more immersed in a game, and that's what I was having. Like, that was the feeling I was having when I was doing all of that code deciphering in the last episode of this. I just love it. It's so much fun. All right, we wasted enough time. Let's go. I forgot this music. All right, Regi Rock, level 40. I wasn't sure what level they would be at. So, to slightly weaken it up, I could go for the strength. But I'm pretty sure these things are physically defensive, and it is resisted. So let's just see what strength does first. I'm not going to surf it for sure, but I could ice punch it to weaken it up. That does nothing. So I'm pretty sure they all have a stab move like Rock Throw. I think they have Curse, Rest, and I don't know what the other move is. But let's see what Ice Punch can do. This is not resisted. Plus, I don't know what your special defense is like. It's decent enough. And you get superpower. Alright, I was gonna say, if I did do a skill swap and you're rid of the clear body... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's why they have Curse. Because your attack and defense go down using that. But I was gonna say, if I could get the clear body ability away from it, I could lower their stats. You know, if we could freeze you now, that'd be awesome. And you get Ancient Power. So you got 2 stab attacks, okay. Let's go with Strength. I'm pretty sure they have Rest. Or do they? Hang on. If they do, I'm sure we're going to see it right now. Superpower, alright. No, we don't have any way to put this thing to sleep. I was counting on it being able to put itself to sleep. And your defenses keep going down. Let's throw a Pokeball right now. Is it going to work? Probably not, but we got 63 Pokeballs. It did wobble, though. So, Sheldon, we're going to need to heal you up, buddy. We'll do that right now. Now, please have rest. I want you to go to sleep. I should have bought more full restores, too. I got super potions down below here, don't I? That'll heal 50 back. That should be good for now. Another superpower. Superpower. Rock Throw. What else have we seen? I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's try another Pokeball here. We can't really... With its defenses going down, I can't safely hit it with a strength attack now, because I'm sure we would knock it out. Didn't even wobble that time. Show me another move. All I know for sure that we... Oh, Superpower, Ancient Power, Rock Throw. What would your fourth move be? Please be Rest. Just go to sleep. I've had enough trouble capturing, not legendaries exactly, but capturing difficult to capture Pokemon today already. Don't put me through this again. Good, we dodged a Rock Throw. But we can't safely touch it with anything else, though. I just remembered the other idea I had for capturing these things. So, in the next episode, when I capture the next one, or if I try to capture the next one, I mean when, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to try to capture every single one. I forgot, I wanted to bring Squeak. Why Squeak? I'm pretty sure he has Super Fang. Regardless of the type effectiveness and such, it's almost like what I'm doing in Pokemon Moon, using the Nature's Madness to take down 50% of the HP. Super Fang does the exact same thing. So Squeak would be a pretty good Pokemon to use against these things. What I should probably do, though, is try to set up the skill swap, take away their clear body, and lower their accuracy. That could work. So Regirock, you're our guinea pig, okay? You're our test subject as I work out ideas in my head for how to capture your buddies. But if you want to stay in the ball, that'd be great. They do have Curse. Alright, that is the last move. If it does get to max attack and defense, then I'm going to try Strength then. But I'm going to keep trying the Pokeballs for now. Eventually, one of them might do the trick. Clearly, it wasn't that one. I want to make sure Sheldon stays nice and healthy, though, because if they get a critical, that would be quite bad. So we'll go for a Super Potion. I got the hiccups here for some reason. Well, not exactly hiccups, but almost like a burp, but not quite. You know, trying to stifle it for the video, because no one wants to hear that. Come on. Pokeball, go! I'm sorry if there's not too much for me to talk about here. There's not much on screen happening. I guess I could mention, as I'm going for this capture, that as of, was it last night or maybe 2 nights ago, I got my second Decidueye GX in Pokemon TCG Online. So I really wanted to have one more to make that deck as consistent as possible. I guess it works with just one, or just two. Like, the problem is, if I start the game and one of the two Decidueye are prized, then the deck strategy doesn't work that well. I'm not going to mention the strategy just yet. I'm going to wait for the actual TCG video this week. You guys can see it in action and see it in all of its glory. But I always find whenever I have a main strategy in a Pokemon TCG deck and I want to have a particular card is very important, I want to have at least two, but generally certain ones I want to have, like, however many I want in play at one time, I want to have plus one more in the deck. So I want to have two Decidueye GX in play, which means I would like to have a third one in the deck, because if one of them is prized, I still have two in the deck. But if I only have two Pokemon in the deck and one's prized, then I am not able to get the one out that I need. Because of course it's a random, like, which of the 6 prizes is it? Take your first prize? Nope, that's not it. Second one? That's not it. Not till like the third or fourth, maybe you'll find the card that you're looking for. So I like to have, of all the cards in the deck that I want to use, I would like to have one extra copy, just in case of the prize card Curse. Speaking of Curse, throw your curses up, buddy. I want to get your defense up. I can at least strength you once more. Don't critical hit me. It's kind of funny, though. A critical hit from a legendary does that much. Granted, we are 15 levels above it. So I guess that stands to reason. Alright, so as soon as it does get Curse and it says stats can't increase anymore, then I'll strength it. Until that time, well, hang on. With all the superpowers it's used, should I switch to somebody that can status it? Let me just see what we have. I know Shelbert doesn't, but let's start here. Pikachu could Thunder Wave, because it doesn't have Rest. Yeah, the only one that we could get a condition on that won't knock it out eventually would be Pikachu. Can Pikachu handle this? We're gonna find out. This time on Dragon Ball Z. Nope, I thought I was wearing the shirt. got the Ninja Turtle shirt on today. So, I should have done this long ago. I thought it had rest, that's why I didn't think to status condition it, because it would have just healed that off. So, if we're looking at... If this is kind of a standard moveset for these things, then I guess we could, you know, put it to sleep or paralyze, whichever one we come across. Look at that. That did nothing. But in case it gets a critical, I'm switching back to our defensive Pokemon. I don't want to risk losing anybody as we try to make this capture. And hopefully this capture will be a lot quicker than the one I recorded earlier today. Again, wait until tomorrow's episode of Pokemon Moon to see what I'm talking about. It was a time. I'll just say that. Alright, so with the paralysis and the red HP, this is the Pokeball that's going to do the trick, right? I was going to say, watch it be. Now, I forget, I apologize, I forget who mentioned this, but someone had mentioned in a previous video, in order to make a certain legendary encounter / capture in a later generation, I have to catch all 3 of the Regi brothers. So it's all on the line here. You gotta not struggle yourself unconscious, because that would be very, very bad for our future of the playthroughs. Although, are there any other ways to get the Regi trio? I think it's only... Well, they were in Platinum, weren't they? That could be an option. Now, as I said before in different videos, I'm not the kind of person to save the game before a legendary encounter. I like the challenge of you have one chance to get this Pokemon, because it's so much more epic at that point. Alright, so your curses keep going up. Let me... I was gonna say, once the speed stops going down, we'll know that they've maxed out on curses, but then again, they've been lowering their defense using the superpower, so I have to wait until it says defense can't raise higher before even trying to strengthen it. And when that happens, I hope I don't land a critical hit. Yeah, that attack is getting kind of scary. And if they didn't have Clear Body... See, what I gotta remember, next time, I can bring Pinky and take their Clear Body away with Skill Swap, and then I can have Squeak. I could then lower its accuracy, but then I can... Yeah, speed won't go lower, but the attack and defense are still raising, which means I probably want to heal. Because this is where things start to get scary. If they land a critical at +6 attack... I just realized, yeah, they're paralyzed, aren't they? I forgot all about that. Apparently so did it until now. But if I skill swap away their Clear Body, I can lower their accuracy. Squeak could come in and start going for the Super Fangs. That could work on a future Regi brother. We're gonna go with our standard encounter right here, though. Stay in the ball, please. So your attack and defense are still increasing. I don't like that. How do we started off with like 60-some Pokeballs? It was 63, I believe. We had 33, I think, and I bought 30 more. How are you not even wobbling once? Do I risk a strength right now? It's got to be almost at max. I don't risk it yet. I got plenty of Pokeballs to go right now. I should try a Repeat Ball. Wouldn't it be something if you catch a legendary first-time encounter in a Repeat Ball? Almost had it. But we are getting there. Did you know, the more a Pokeball wobbles, the closer it is to being captured? That's not true at all. But it'd be nice if that was sort of a thing that you could rely on. Like, as soon as the ball starts to wobble a lot more, you'd be like, I've almost got it, just a few more Pokeballs and it's going to work. But that's not the case. Obviously, it's breaking out immediately now. So the curse is still going, so you're not quite... You might be max defense now, and I'm not going to risk getting the knockout on you. Although we are almost at the end of the episode, so if I have to knock you out, I guess I'll just go ahead and do it, but I'd rather capture you? Would you rather be captured by me? That's the question you gotta ask yourself, Regirock. Now, it's too bad it doesn't have the hidden ability. I'm pretty sure its hidden ability is Sturdy. I could have tried to go for a one-hit KO. Ooh, that's not good. Let's go in for the struggles now. We have to catch it in the next 1 or 2 Pokeballs. Be paralyzed, please. Thank you. Thank you. Keep losing turns to paralysis. You lowered your HP a tiny bit more. You've got really bad PP, don't you? To be already out. That's kind of crazy. I know Superpower has 5. How much PP does Curse have? And then there's, well, Ancient Power's got 5. Rock Throw, I thought it had 15. I guess you could have hit me with 15. That's as low as you're gonna get. Please don't break out of this Pokeball. Or miss your struggle, or something. That's it. That's not it. That's it. So we could not capture Regirock. I don't want you anyway. If you're gonna pull that, level up for Pikachu! If you're gonna pull that, I don't want Regirock. I'm gonna leave, and we're gonna prepare for a different encounter next time. I'll be going after Regi Ice, I guess, is the next one. And yeah, although I can't get all 3 Regis now, and therefore a later legendary encounter in Gen 4, something's gonna have to happen there. But I'll think of that as we get to it. Maybe I'll play another game off camera, just to get that Pokemon. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, with all that, I want to say thanks for watching today's episode. Sorry it was quite a letdown, but unfortunately that's the fun of going for legendary Pokemon. At least for me, because I only use the regular Pokeballs. I like the challenge, you know? And the fact that we didn't capture this thing is disappointing, but it is what it is, and I like to make it that... Like, now, in my original playthrough, I did capture all 3. Maybe I should try to go back and get it again. Is there any way that they come back? Like, I know in some games, beating the Elite Four brings back legendaries. Maybe I'll try that. Off camera. I'll see if I can fight the Elite Four and see, do the Regi brothers come back? But anyway, all that being said, we are done for today. Unfortunately, it wasn't a successful mission, but next time around, it will be a successful mission. I guarantee... I shouldn't say I guarantee it. I hope to guarantee it. But with all that, I want to say thanks for watching today's episode of Pokémon Sapphire. Feel free to leave a like down below if you enjoyed my failure. And if you didn't, there's always the dislike button. And feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of my strategy, I guess. No, better yet, what do you think of my strategy for the next one? Skill swapping away the clear body, getting the accuracy down. I might even need to do that. Actually, no. If those things have superpower, Squeak is not going to want to take that. But the Super Fang idea is a good idea, I think. I'm going to make sure to whittle it down as much as possible. But that's for the next episode, next weekend. And if you missed any episodes of Pokemon Sapphire so far, of course, there is always a link in the description to the full playlist. You can go and check that out and get caught up on all the adventures to this point. And if you want to check out the... What am I going to say? Check out the outro for some links to some other videos that I have done as well. Plus, a link to subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon content, retro playthroughs such as Sapphire, currently Pokemon Moon on the go during the weekdays, Pokemon TCG as well. As I mentioned, Decidueye GX will be my next Pokemon I'll be using in the online game. I'll probably be recording those episodes... Well, I will have recorded these up... No! You're going to see this before I record them. I'm going to record later today on Sunday. Yes! But anyway... Stay tuned later on in the week for some other videos of Pokemon. But with all that, we are now done. Once again, thanks for checking out today's episode. Professor Chaz is signing off. Sorry I didn't get Regirock. But hopefully we'll do better next time. And I'll catch you next time.